Good afternoon. Welcome to another weather tips for young meteorologists for the week of Saturday, March 13th. And I figure I share with you some books over the next couple of weeks that I use for forecasting, but also what really helped me when I was just starting out in meteorology in late high school and also in college. Okay, so one of the books, and this is from the American Meteorological Society, you can go to their website and get this book, is Mesoscale, Meteorology and Forecasting. This is an amazing book that I use every spring, even now at 41 years old, to use and study, to go over just a ton of information that is really good to refresh yourself, because you'll go through your classes, right? And you'll think, oh, I got an A, I passed it. You always want to refresh with the latest research, but also go back to the basics. Always go back to the basics, because sometimes you get into a rhythm and you make a mistake and you start to create some bad habits in your forecasting. And so in order to limit that, what you want to do is go back to the basics and go over the basic lifting parameters that are important to study. And so in this book, and this is a great gift to get, like if you know that someone's going off to college, because you're going to want to have this for definitely your sophomore year, in some universities your freshman year, in talking about mesoscale meteorology, but more so in your sophomore and junior year for a lot of colleges. So a couple of the things that they talk about is the definition of mesoscale meteorology, what are the classifications, the history. One of the great things is observing the techniques, and also you get a lot of understanding on the way that waves impact your stages of mesoscale high and low pressure systems. There's also a lot of great information here about frontal structures and the various structures that you can get. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. And look, you can never, here's some examples of that. You can never not use this information as you go on through the years. You might say, hey, what if some of this stuff is outdated? In terms of science, this is what's great about science, is that you want to get the foundation of all the theories and all of the factors that lead into the newer theories and newer ways of forecasting and new technology and things that we find. Because if you don't have a strong understanding of where we came from, then it's hard to understand where we're moving forward in terms of technology and greater understanding of mesoscale, microscale features, everything from tropical storms and hurricanes to your thunderstorm that marches through in an afternoon during the summer. So this is an outstanding book. Again, here's a great one on tornadoes, right? And see if I can get this up here. This is really cool, in which you kind of understand how you can get multiple tornadoes develop and how the updrafts work, and just kind of a general idea of that whole process and what we're actually seeing when we're looking at the radar. And of course, they provide a lot of the equations and what you would need to actually space that out in terms of the radius of the cyclone, what is and isn't possible, and of course the asymmetrical vortex simulation that they use in this solution. In this discussion, should I say, is relatively old considering the age of the book. I mean, this is about 20 years old, but understanding what they were dealing with back then and then looking at our technology now, it gives you a better understanding of why the improvement in technology is so important and why we're seeing the changes that we are seeing. So that is my book of the week. Definitely check that out and pick it up from the American Meteorological Society. If you are a parent, this is a great gift, a great starter gift for your young meteorologist, and believe me, you're going to need it in college because a lot of colleges use it. That's our discussion for today. Of course, have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.